My name is Daniel Mercer. I was 26 years old when I learned that some doors are not meant to be opened. Not because there is something dangerous behind them, not because there is some monster waiting on their side, but because sometimes the thing behind the door already knows you're there. I bought my house in October. It was the kind of place most people would drive past without looking twice. A small two-story house surrounded by tall trees. The paint was faded, the porch was cracked, and the windows looked like they hadn't been cleaned in years. But I loved it. I needed a fresh start. My job had burned me out. My relationships had ended very badly. My apartment felt like a place I was only existing in instead of living. I remember standing in the empty living room after signing the paperwork. No furniture, no decorations, just me. I actually smiled. This is it, I thought. Nobody else's place, nobody else's rules. Just finally mine. Looking back, I wish I had listened to the feeling I had when I first walked inside. Because the house felt empty. Not abandoned. Empty. Like it was waiting. The first few weeks were normal. I unpacked boxes, bought furniture, painted the walls. I tried to make the place feel like home. But there was one thing I noticed. The house was already quiet. Not normal quiet. The kind of quiet where you become aware of your own breathing. At night, I would lie in bed and hear every tiny sound. The refrigerator turning on, the pipes shifting, the wind hitting the windows. You're just not used to the house yet, I told myself. Everyone feels a weird new place. And I believed that. Until the knocking started. The first time I heard it was at 1:46 a.m. Tuesday night. I was lying in the bed scrolling through my phone when I heard it. 3 knocks. Slow, clear, from the inside of the house. My first thought wasn't fear. It was annoyance. Seriously? Already? Is something broken? I grabbed my flashlight and walked downstairs. Every step felt louder than it should have. The floor creaked beneath my feet. The hallway seemed longer than I remembered. I checked the kitchen. Nothing. The living room, nothing. The front door was locked. Every window was locked. I stood in the dark holding my flashlight. See? Nothing. You're tired, that's all. I almost laughed at myself. Then I heard it again. From upstairs. I slowly looked toward the ceiling. 3 knocks. Same rhythm, same sound, except this time, it came from my bedroom wall. I didn't know how long I stood there. Maybe 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes. My brain was trying to create an explanation. Pipes, animals, the house settling. Anything. Anything except the thought that entered my mind. Someone is inside the wall. I actually laughed. A nervous laugh, because the idea was ridiculous. Impossible. There's no way no one is inside the wall. There's no way. I repeated to myself, there is no one inside the wall. But when I went upstairs, I didn't sleep. The next morning, I inspected the wall behind my bed. I expected nothing. I wanted nothing. But I found something. The wallpaper behind my bed was slightly raised. Like something beneath it was pushing it outward. I ran my hand over it and felt a line. A seam. A door. I started to panic. I stared at it for almost a minute. My first thought was no. Not, what is that? Not, how is this possible? Just, no. Because somehow before I even opened it, I knew I wasn't supposed to. I called my friend Marcus. I sent him a picture. His response came a few seconds later. Bro, was that there when you bought the house? I typed back, no. He called immediately. Daniel, do not open that. I laughed. Why? Because I don't know what it is? Neither do I. Exactly. I remember sitting there staring at the door, and for the first time, I realized something was off. The door wasn't old. It wasn't hidden. It looked new. as if it had been installed recently. I waited 3 days before opening it. 3 days of telling myself I was being stupid. 3 days of avoiding my bedroom. 3 days of waking up every night at the same time. 1:46 a.m. Always. And every night, 3 knocks. On the 4th night, I finally gave in. I grabbed a flashlight. I stood in front of the door. My hand hovered over the handle. Just open it. Find out what's inside of it. That's what I told myself. But deep down, I think I wanted to open it. And that scares me more than anything. Because some part of me felt like the door wasn't hiding something for me. It was inviting me. The room behind the wall was small. Too small. The walls were covered in almost new paper clippings, photos, even notes. At first I thought they were random. Then I saw my name. I stopped breathing. Hundreds of pages covered the walls. And every single one was about me. My childhood. My old apartment, even my job. Photos I had never seen before. Pictures taken from outside my bedroom window. In the center of the room was a chair. On the chair was a notebook. My notebook. The one I lost when I was 16. I picked it up with shaking hands. I opened it. The first page was empty. The second page was as well. The third page had handwriting. It was my handwriting, but I didn't remember writing it. It said, "If you found this room, it means you forgot again." I dropped the notebook. Forgot what? I whispered. Then I heard something. Behind me. A knock. Not from the door. From inside the room. 3 knocks. I turned around. The door I entered through was gone. I ran my hands along the wall. Nothing. No handle, no gap, no door. Just a solid wall. And that's when I realized something. The room wasn't behind the door anymore. The room was around me. I don't know how long I was trapped in there. Minutes, hours, maybe even days. Eventually, I woke up in my bedroom. The wall was normal. No doors, no scratches, no room. I almost convinced myself it was a dream. Almost. Until I saw the notebook sitting on my nightstand. Open. On the first page, there was new handwriting. It said, "Tomorrow night, don't answer the knocking." That was 6 months ago. I moved out the next day. I never went back. I threw away the notebook. I changed my phone number. I tried to forget everything. But last night, at exactly 1:46 a.m., I heard the 3 knocks. Not from my wall. Not from my door. From inside my closet. And when I looked, the door was there. The door wasn't there yesterday. Hey, this is me, Plague Industries. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoy the content. If you guys have any ideas for a future video, or a story in which you guys have, please feel more than free to submit it into the comments, and please like and subscribe. I'm extremely new to this, but I hope and pray that you guys enjoy my content. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I hope you all to be safe. Bye. I love each every one of you.